Internal community roads, all measuring 301 kilometers, are at various stages of construction. These roads, which are largely being constructed by reputable firms, are designed to last at least 20 years. Some of these roads are the 26.4 kilometer Amansi Ndukwenu Awa Ufuma Road, the 26 kilometers Amansi Ebenebe Ubene Obofemili Road, many roads in Oboko, Oka Township roads, the flood control at the Ogidi Obunike section of Onishenugu Old Road, dredging of Umili John River, culvert, the silting and widening of the water channel, the Abaka Basilica Road, Onitsha, the second phase of Umiata Nzam with bridges and culverts. Others include the Obuneze Nnewi Hotel Road, Ifitogwari Road, also notable at the upcoming strategic Ikulobia flyover aimed at decongesting the gridlocks in that axis, Isofia roads and flood channel intervention at Isofia section of Ikulobia Nobi Road, special intervention at Chisco Park, Onitsha, intervention at Inland Doors axis of Mpo Road, and special intervention at Amansi section of the Express and Old Roads on Onishenugu Road. The government is also intervening in many gully erosion control locations as exemplified in Ebenato, Newi South local government area. The ongoing revolution in the road infrastructure across the state readily provoked a spontaneous inquiry of a concerned citizen who, assuming the role of an independent project monitor, undertook to measure the quality and progression of work from Amansi to Ufuma and from Amansi to Obofemili. He does this at intervals as herein indicated. Greetings, Mr. Governor. I made my second site inspection on the Ufuma to Amansi Ebenebe to Obofemili roads under construction today, the 12th of March 2023. From Ufuma, Alfashton, which was at a distance of 4.7 kilometers last time I visited, has now reached Ndukwenu, covering 8.3 kilometers. Again, from Amansi end, asphalting has covered 4.9 kilometers. At the time of my visit, asphalting was seriously on in the Amansi end. Serious work is really going on at the drainage, grading, filling up, and blinding with bitumen. The work is up to 70% completed. From Obofemili end, grading to remove the unwanted topsoil and refill with pure red soil has almost reached the Obofemili T junction, covering a distance of about 6.5 kilometers. The stone base, which was 3.8 kilometers last time, has gone up to 5.6 kilometers. 2 culverts/semi-bridges are under construction and 2 others have been completed. The terrain is a very difficult one, but the construction company is indeed at it. From the Ebenebe end, they are only working on the drainage. Congratulations! This is indeed dividends of democracy, eye-marked and ear-marked. Kudos, to God be the glory. Bishop Ezokafu. The Soludo administration has achieved so much in providing cost-effective and sustainable power and water supplies. Its target of giving in the Anambra more environment-friendly power and water facilities is demonstrated in the deployment of solar-powered streetlights in the urban and rural settings. It is also successfully collaborating with Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC, to ensure regular power supply in the state. In the water sector, the administration partnered with UNICEF in rehabilitating about 100 boreholes in the 7 flood-ravaged local government areas in 2022. The Soludo administration is determined to transform the transport sector in the state. It has progressively funded the ongoing work at the Anambra International Cargo Airport and is revamping water transportation by refurbishing boats and procurement of water buses. In addition, it will construct ultra-modern mega bus terminals in Onitsha, Awka, Ekulobia, and Nnewi, and introduce air train system at Onitsha axis. The Anambra government has established the Anambra State Geographic Information System, ANAGIS, to facilitate effective land administration that guarantees issuance of certificates of occupancy within 3 weeks of its request. One of the areas Governor Soludo's administration has boldly challenged the old order is on the issue of tax. With the dwindling receipts from Federation account against the governor's development agenda for Anambra, it became obvious that things needed to be done differently to raise the revenue generation profile of the state. The government embarked on public enlightenment on the necessity for Anambra to embrace tax payment culture as an impetus for holding government accountable for the common good of the people. The administration also introduced the free medical health insurance services for commercial transport operators. The Soludo administration has ensured that Anambra State continues to soar higher in the education sector. The administration dutifully employed 5,000 teachers to bridge the gap created by many years of teachers' retirement without government employing those to fill the gap. This exercise was transparently done to ensure that merit only informed the choice of the teachers employed. The administration granted scholarship to 107 indigent students in the hard-to-reach, disadvantaged parts of the state. As a result, Anambra State teachers, students and schools are already winning all sorts of laurels for optimal performance in the 18 months of Soludo's administration. The Soludo administration has ended the era of government hospitals without doctors and other relevant medical personnel by recruiting over 300 medical personnel to ensure proper running of government hospitals. These include medical officers and consultants, pharmacists, medical laboratory scientists, radiographers, and nurses. The general hospitals at Umueri, Enugu, and Ekulobia are undergoing major upgrade. The state now has 30 centers for chemical center screening and treatment. The administration partners with communities in driving vital health projects. This partnership is exemplified in the Eye Care Center at Nise. A few months in the life of the administration, the government distributed 3.8 million treated mosquito nets. It has established the following: a fully functional endoscopy unit at General Hospital Onitsha, dental units at Umueri, Enugu, and Ekulobia General Hospitals, and the medical oxygen production plant at General Hospital Onitsha. Walking its talk of producing youth millionaires in Anambra State, the Soludo administration has its innovative One Youth, Two Skills scheme successfully on stream. The scheme seeks to provide vocational and entrepreneurial skills to Anambra youths as an improved version of the popular Nwa Boy phenomenon in Igbo business circle. The program aims to produce 130,000 private sector jobs and 1,000 youth millionaires per annum. Pursuant to Governor Soludo's target of fostering and promoting digital and other innovative skills that will enable global marketability amongst Anambra, his administration recently launched the Solution Innovation District, SID, with a memorandum of understanding to train 20,000 Anambra youths in digital skills signed with Microsoft and Wootlab Foundation. On governance, rule of law, and value system, this administration broke the jinx that stalled work in the government house started 31 years ago. Renewed construction of the massive and impressive government house complex with numerous structures, 2.22 linear kilometer perimeter fence, water supplies, green areas, etc. is speedily going on. The project will be delivered in 18 months. The The administration's interest in maintaining an efficient workforce is evident in many trainings it has availed workers in various ministries and agencies of government. The government's technology everywhere and everything technology is aggressively driven by its ICT agency, which is progressively digitizing government agencies' operating procedures and providing digital solutions such as website creation and other technical assistance. To incentivize workers of the state, Governor Charles Soludo, without prior public agitation, announced a 10% increase of workers' salary. This was in December 2022, and it took effect from January 2023. The government has, through the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, rebuilt Nnewi South and Agwata local government headquarters that were burnt down by criminals. In just a little over 1 year, the Soludo administration has been able to reconcile groups in many communities who had been in deep conflicts over chieftaincy, Igwe, or President General matters. It has successfully superintended over the conduct of over 54 town union elections. This has made room for greater peace in the state. Recognizing environment as an existential element in Anambra, Governor Soludo's first public assignment as Anambra State Governor was confronting the Uboko axis of the Onitsha urban slum neighborhoods. This was just a day after his inauguration. Since then, he has increasingly demonstrated keen interest in urban renewal. He introduced tree planting policy, instructing Anambra to make adequate provision of trees and greenery in their homes. Over 5,000 seedlings of economic trees are being prepared in partnership with the federal government for the reforestation of forest reserves at Mamu, Ebenebe, and Osamala. The administration has worked out a sustainable scheme for proper waste management, ranging from waste collection to waste to wealth schedule. Confronted with the devastating flooding that submerged over half of Anambra habitation in the early months of the administration last year, the government succeeded in managing the multi-dimensional crisis of displacement of hundreds of thousands of families, huge material losses and loss of lives, destruction of private homes, farmlands, schools, hospitals, churches, markets, roads and bridges. The government sustained the displaced families and towns at internally displaced persons camps by providing shelter, food, drugs, and essential social amenities through the crisis. It facilitated their return to their homes while rebuilding the public infrastructure like roads and markets that were damaged by the flood. Apart from the easily identifiable things the administration has achieved these turbulent 18 months, it is pertinent to note that the greater part of what the Soludo administration has achieved thus far are in the area of sound policy designs whose vast yields will keep unfolding with passing time. Going forward, the administration has a clear roadmap on how to attain its dream Anambra State. It targets deepening the security architecture of the state and partnering with the judiciary and the legislature for reviewing of laws and speedy dispensation of justice. It aims at constructing at least 100 kilometers more roads and establishing industrial cities and export processing zones, export emporium, and the largest shopping mall in Africa with warehouses. It envisions urban regeneration and modernization of major cities like Ekulobia, Awka, Onitsha, Nnewi, etc. The administration is determined to establish intercity and intra-city transport system that includes water and sky train while continuing work at the state airport. It will provide 24 hours electricity supply to the 4 major cities of Onitsha, Awka, Nnewi, and Ekulobia at least. It will build a new Awka city and the Awka Fund City, along with the urban water schemes at Awka, Onitsha, and Ubizi. It will heighten the economic potentials of the entertainment industry in the state by building Agulu Leisure Park Phase 1, Family Fun Center, and Anambra Country Club, all in Awka, will be bettered in the next 30 months of this administration. The government will democratize digital skills and upgrade infrastructure in schools and hospitals. Specialized teachers will be recruited and ward-based cooperative intervention program will be launched. There will be continuous youth skill enhancement and empowerment. Sports economy will be mainstream, just as development of the Solution Innovation District, while targeting to provide the cleanest environment and the best planned cities in Nigeria. The doctrine of technology everywhere and everything technology will be deeply entrenched in the consciousness of the Anambra. In all of these, the only thing the state government asks from the Anambra and other public-spirited persons and organizations is partnership that will facilitate a seamless actualization of the envisioned Anambra State. An assessment of the volume and distribution of tangible and intangible achievements of the Soludo administration these past months and the anticipated convergence of the enormous goodwill that Governor Soludo commands in the coming months leave the Anambra and the global community with great expectation of what Anambra State will be when the governor's time in office is done.